starting us off. You're our leadoff hitter. Randy OSTROW, you're on with Deanne Turner.
Thank you. And I really don't know that much about Chick-fil-A. And what I mean by that is they didn't have one near me for a really long time. And when they finally opened one and I had the product, I was like, wow, that's really good. And then the next time I drove by, they were closed on a Sunday. And I called my son and I was like, what's the deal with this company? And he kind of said, do a little research, which I did. You talked a lot about principles, and I'm wondering, in your 33 years, how often did someone from the outside come in and try to convince leadership to open on Sundays, to chase the dollar signs?
To my knowledge, it never happened.
Wow.
The closest that it came was the whole debate about international. And it's one reason that Chick-fil-A has been slow on international expansion. They've tried all kinds of things. They have a whole department focused on international. They're open in Canada right now. When I left, we were exploring places all over the world. But the closed on Sunday was an issue internationally. So it was just such a strong family principle to not change that. I don't think it was ever really seriously discussed because the family was really clear about how they felt about it. Real quick, because I know we have a lot of questions. You know, that started as a practical matter in 1946 when Truett opened his first restaurant. You know, some people talk about, oh, it's a religious issue. It was very practical at the time. He said, I'm tired. These other people are tired. We're going to be closed on Sunday. And most everything was closed on Sunday at that time. I mean, you couldn't even hardly get, that I know of, I wasn't around, but you couldn't get gas. I mean, you know, Sundays were closed. And it really wasn't an issue till he started expanding in the 60s, going into shopping malls. Sunday was their biggest day of the week. And there were shopping malls he could not go into because he was closed on Sunday. But at that point, he realized a couple things. One, it was a reflection of the faith that he was brought up with, and that was a recognition of that. And secondly, he realized what a great recruiting tool it was. He hired mostly teenagers. And so their parents loved to recommend Chick-fil-A as where they wanted their student to work, because they knew there'd be one day a week that would be available to be with family, to worship if they chose, to catch up on homework, whatever it was. They knew they wouldn't be working all the time if they worked for Chick-fil-A. So again, he did, by that point, it was a reflection of his personal spiritual and religious views, but it also was a practical matter that it was a good recruiting tool as well.
Thank you. I'm just going to follow just with one comment, and that is a lot of companies have principles when they get in the boardroom, but then when it comes to the cash register, all of a sudden the principles, they move a little bit. Those lines move. And just getting to know Chick-fil-A, that's tremendous that they would stick so hard to that line. I love it. Thank you for the answer.
Sure. Near the end of his life, Truett was often asked, Truett, did you ever calculate how much money you would have made if you opened on Sunday? And he said, no, but I've often thought about how much money I might have lost if I'd chosen to go against my principle.
Love it. Love it.